Welcome back. Now, in this video, we're going to learn how to implement a modal like this in React Native Expo. So let's jump in. Now, in React Native Expo, a modal is a component that display content in a layer above the current screen. So it's commonly used for dialogue, alerts, forms, confirmation, like yes or no, or kind of, yeah, like what we just want to do, or menu that temporarily interrupts the main UI without navigating to other screens. Okay, so React Native provides a built-in modal component that works well in Expo projects. So it's going to be imported from React Native. So yeah, I'm going to import modal, okay, from React Native. So I'm going to be importing the modal from React Native, and let's take a look at the top. We're going to see a modal has been imported from React Native. All right. So now when I just saved after calling the modal, I don't even need to put anything here. I just need to only save and watch what will happen next on my emulator. So a screen just pops up on my main screen. So this is the modal right here. It's currently black because there's nothing in there. So let me move this button that says logout. Let me take this button, the logout button, and put it inside the modal and just save. Right. So we have our modal button. Look at the button, it's showing at the top. Let me add margin top. Let me make it to be 70. That is the button. Okay. So let's add other props to this modal so that it would actually look good. Now, the first is visibility or visible. Okay, visible is set to either true or false. Okay, either set to true or false. So I'm going to say false. The default value is true. So I'm going to type false, save, and the modal is gone. So for us to control the visibility of this modal, right, we have to use a hook in React Native, in React, called the use state. So at the top, I have a use state defined already called visibility set to true or false. Visibility set to true or false. Now, the initial value of this visibility is set to false. Now, I'm just going to call this visibility on the modal directly. So I'm going to replace this false with the use state visibility. So save now, nothing happened. The modal is not going to show because it's set to false on default. When I hit this button, log out, okay, I want the modal to pop up because it's now controlled by visibility and we already have visibility prop set to true at the top here. So what I just need to do is to set this use state to true and the visibility of this modal is going to come up. So on this button right here, I'm going to call the on press. So let me remove this and show you right again. So on press callback function, then going to, okay, I missed something there. Remove this. Okay, now just don't need that. So set visibility. I'm going to call the use state at the top. That is the set visibility use state. I'm going to set it to true when we click this button. So I'm going to set it to true. When we hit this button, log out, we're going to have the modal. Can you see we have logouts here as well showing that is the button that is inside the modal. So another thing we could do is when we hit this button, we set it back to false. So already we have visibility set to true here on this button when we hit this button. So I'm just going to set it back to false. So save, then I'll change this button to yes. I'm going to set, okay, I'm just going to press this button and it's going to see it has disappeared and hit it again. The modal is up. If you want this modal to also slide in, slide out from the bottom, you can set animation type to There's fade, there is none, and there is slide. Okay, so if you set it to fade, it's going to fade in, fade out. Then slide is going to slide from the bottom. It's going to save. And now let's hit the logout. Then another thing we could also set is the style. That is, if you need style, but it's not really necessary. I'm going to call transparent. I'll set the transparent to true. It's transparent, but we have to close it and bring it back on so that you notice the difference. So yes, our modal is up. I can't press anything. I'm trying to click, it's not working. So press yes and it's gone. Now I can click, I can slide this carousel and hit yes again. See, it's up. And now we could add a view. I'm going to move this button inside. Okay, then I'm going to call style. I'm going to call background color. Then I'll set it to black as value code into 6, and here we have 6. Then I'll make sure that it is transparent a little bit, but let me just save and bring the modal up. We have the dark part. Then another thing I'm going to add to the beginning is flex. So set flex to 1 is going to automatically fill the entire available space on inside the modal. All right, so here's it. Then I'm going to make this background color to be transparent a little bit. So I'm going to reduce the opacity of this color, yeah, by doing this. So save that. So you can see the background of your screen. Okay, so click yes to disappear. Click log out to slide in. All right, so that is it. We're making progress. Then the next is I'm going to add another view. Then this view now will have a background color of white without a flex. I'm going to add text here. Log out. Are you sure you want to log out? Question mark. Then okay, so let's save this now. Let's see what we have. So look at what we have here. Now, for this to look like that of the modal from the beginning, we have to push it down. Then I'm going to introduce something else above this view, which is like another view. Then I'm going to call the star prop. I'm going to set flex to 1. It's going to push that down because flex set to 1 will take the available space, and flex set to 1 was not applied to this view. So it's only going to take the content space, and the flex of 1 from this view is going to push this other view with content downwards. All right, so here we go. Now I'm going to apply padding set to 20. Then I would also apply padding bottom set to maybe 50. Okay, it's too much. So let's say 40. Just leave that at 40. Then the margin top on this button, we'll set it to 20. Then are you sure you want to log out? The both of them would just style them a little bit. So you can also customize your own modal. Then I'm going to add text align here, set it to center. Then on this text, I'm going to increase the size a little bit. I'm going to set the font size to about, let's say, 25. After doing that, we are going to curve the edges of this border to make it look a little bit okay, cool. I'm going to call border top left radius. I'll set it to 20, and I'll also call border top right radius. Border top right radius and border top left radius all set to 20. Then your modal is going to look like this when we have the edges now being curved. Yeah, so this is how you implement a modal in React Native. Thank you for watching this video. See you on the next video.